Today we are back with another review, and today we have a very special one. We are going to be reviewing the Legends of Lucha Libre Boss Fight Studios Vampiro figure. Story time about this figure real quick. I ordered this figure in December of 2023. Let that sit in. So it is currently January of 2025. So a year and some change waiting on this figure, and I hope it's worth it. I've been very excited about this figure. Massive Vampiro fan, love Vampiro, and this is probably the best version of Vampiro that we have to date, I would say. So far, we gotta look over it, but making a bold statement here, probably the best Vampiro figure we have, the most accurate and the most in scale with the Mattels and the Jazzware figures. So yeah, very excited to crack into this, but did have to wait forever for this figure. I did order it straight from Boss Fight Studios, which I learned was a mistake. Talked to a few people on wrestling figure groups on Facebook, and most of them said that you should have ordered from, I think it was what's that website, Big Bad Toy Store, either Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. I think one of those, that I should have ordered from there because they got theirs quicker. So yeah, definitely should not have ordered straight from Boss Fight Studios. That was a mistake. So let's go ahead and look over the packaging. Got very nice packaging here. Legends of Lucha Libre there. A nice, like, kind of drawn picture of Vampiro. And we got his name there, the figure itself up top. I really like this box. It's very sleek and nice. I like it a lot. The figure does seem a little big, but we will look at that in the review. We got Vampiro there, Legends of Lucha Libre. Render picture of the figure there. Some stats up there if you want to pause and read that. And then the rest of the figures in the set. Hopefully these hit GameStop like the previous Legends of Lucha Libre line, this Vampiro came in, and the Black Taurus and the Ultimo Dragon. Hopefully these hit GameStops also, because I would like to pick up the Taya Valkyrie and maybe the Laredo Kid, maybe all of them. If this figure is good like these guys were, the Fantasticos wave, definitely gonna pick them all up, because I got the Vampiro and the Ultimo Dragon, and I was like, damn, these figures are really good. Went back and got the Black Taurus, and I never picked up the other guy. I cannot remember his name right now. But anyway, yeah, the figures were great. Hopefully these are great also. And then we got a picture of Vampiro here. Worth mentioning also, these are more of kind of like their Ultimate, I guess, style, the more upscale premium figure versus the Fanaticos wave here. I think they previously released a Conan and another luchador lady that I cannot remember her name now, but yeah, they released them when they released the Fantasticos wave. So excited to crack into this, man. Let's go ahead and get Vampiro out of his packaging and take a look at the figure. All right, so here we got Vampiro out of his packaging. Looking pretty damn good. We're gonna go over everything here and do a deep dive into this figure, but I am liking what I'm seeing so far. Looking pretty damn good. So let's go over the accessories. First of all, we have the Wrestling Society X Championship. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I definitely remember watching Wrestling Society X on, I think it was MTV, right? I definitely remember like watching that back in the day, and wasn't great, but it was a cool concept. Bringing wrestling to MTV, I think, was really cool. But this is the championship belt. Really cool design. I think this is a really cool belt. I also like the details here in the belt, that it's kind of that leather look. Like, let's see if we have like a, I was gonna see if we had I have a Mattel one probably for scale here. Let's do this. So like Mattel does it kind of different. What they do is kind of like the dotted, but I like the like distressed kind of look of this. Like, it looks like it's been bent and worn, and I like that. I like the leather work onto this. Really cool. As you see there, the kind of the difference. Mattel kind of goes with that bumpy kind of leather look, but I like the way this looks because it looks like it's been worn. So very cool championship belt there. I like that. And then we got the head sculpt. This one is definitely like a WCW when ICP was there with Vampiro. Huge ICP fan too, so that is really cool to have this. Definitely the what were they called? Were they called the Deadpool, or am I tripping? Or maybe that was Raven's thing. I can't remember, but or the Dark Carnival. I think they were called the Dark Carnival, maybe. But yeah, we got that WCW look there, which is really cool with the dreads going down, looking really cool. We are going to throw that head sculpt on there, but I really do like that. We got a couple sets of hands. We got the thumbs look for that kind of, you know, the throat slit look, whatever, or a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Pretty cool there. Like to have different hands. The pegs on these are very weird, and I think they're like that with the other ones too, because I believe these guys have removable hands. Yeah, they do. And same peg. All the Fantasticos also, so pretty cool there. And then we also have fist. Thank God, these are wrestling figures. They throw punches, they need fist. I say that ad nauseum on this channel because I want fists with my wrestling figures. So let's go ahead and look over the figure itself. We got a very nice head sculpt here. I really like this. This is more of that Wrestling Society X kind of look. But I also think you can pass this off as also like a 90s Vampiro look. Like, I think he's pretty timeless. I mean, he looks, you know, kind of looked the same his whole career with when he switched to like the Misfits kind of style face paint. So yeah, I think this definitely works. Yeah, super cool head sculpt. I like the purple kind of details in there, the X on the forehead, the stitches on the mouth, looks really cool. And then we got the long hair, not necessarily dreads, I would say, on this. Maybe it's just like the longer hair look, but looks really sick. We do have this very, very nice vest. It is a rubber vest, but it's, you know, it's soft and it's easy to get off the figure. We got some details there on the buttons and the stitching on the back. Looks really cool. I would love like a Misfits decal to put on this. I think would be super sick on the back, make it like a battle vest. But yeah, the jacket is awesome. Let's go ahead and remove that though, which is my first time doing that, so let's see how this goes. I will say, I think this figure has double jointed arms, but I will say that these elbow pads definitely hinder that, and we'll kind of look at that and see what we can figure out there on those, because I think I have a solution to that. But here we go with the vest off. All of the tattoo details here, super sick, looks awesome. All the tattoo details there. He's got his back tat also, goes all the way up actually, which is great attention to detail there. He's got his neck tats, all of that stuff. And I don't know if this technically like works. I don't know if he had like all of these tattoos when he was in WCW, but it was definitely, I mean, he was tatted in WCW, so I think it works. But yeah, this I like the torso. Now I will say, like I said, the butterfly joints are what they are. They're not terrible. This one's a little loose and weird, kind of, as you see there. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of the butterfly joints. I never really have been, but I will say, like I said, the double jointed arms, like that's about as high as it gets, but they are double jointed. I'm almost positive. Let's try to see if we can remove one of these armbands. I might have to remove the actual like wrist tape here too. Yes, so the arms are double jointed. I didn't know my man's had an ICP like tattoo. Look at that. Tatted. Oh, fuck, professional YouTuber here, man. I'm the greatest of all time right here. Yeah, oh, sick, and my camera's not going to focus. There it is. ICP tattoo. But yes, as you see, he does have double jointed arms. They are a little stiff. Trying to get that other one down here to bend, and it is not wanting to bend. Yeah, may have to add some heat to that and get that moving. We'll see how it goes. I think the elbow pad goes this way. Put that wrist tape back on. The one thing that I do not like that they've done on Vampiro figures, and maybe he did his wrist tape like this, is like the taller one and the smaller one, because they did that on this figure too. And I'm not really a huge fan of that, but like I said, that may be the way that he did it. I'm not 100% sure. Going down into the tights, pretty plain Jane. I mean, he doesn't have any designs on his tights, but that's kind of how Vampiro wore him anyway. We do have these shiny, like, kicker style boots, which look really good. And everything feels tight. Like, the knees feel tight. You know, he can do the splits. He's on ball joints. He's probably on a ball joint here, too. Like, we could probably... Yeah, you definitely could. I don't want to do it, but you definitely could pop that off. Like, I've seen people pop off the torso to the Ultimo Dragon and like make it AEW style because they're similar in ways there. So yeah, man, this rules. I mean, it's a great Vampiro figure. I don't like the pinless knees, of course. Those are a little stiff, so we may have to add some heat to this figure, get him moving around real good and see what's going on, especially these double jointed arms because they are not moving. But I think I do have a solution for that. I think Chuck Taylor, the AEW Chuck Taylor, has very similar elbow pads, and I may switch them to see if those are a little bit more like pliable, that you can like actually move those. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this rules, man. Let's do some stuff here. Pop off that head. Very easy to pop off that head. And we do have all the tattoo detail, like I said, around the neck too, which is really cool that they did all of that. We're gonna put this WCW style Dark Carnival Juggalo face paint on, which is pretty damn sick too. Love that. Look at that, man. This is awesome. Got a like an actual like good Vampiro figure. I like it, man. It's really cool. I'm just hoping that the you know, the figure doesn't stay as stiff, because it is pretty stiff, but it is a new figure. You know, we may have to move it around a little bit more. There he is with the Wrestling Society X Championship, which looks damn sick on him, actually. Yeah, this rules, man. This is super cool. Let's go ahead and do some comparisons real quick. So we have that one there. Here is the first wave of the Fantasticos, which is like an early Vampiro kind of AAA, excuse me, God, AAA Mexico Vampiro. And I also have this one, which is like one of his first figures, the AAA. I'm not even sure what really that line is from, but there are all the Vampiro figures I have. As you see, the one in the middle is definitely, I think, size-wise, probably the best. I think it looks the best. We're going to do some height comparisons too here in a minute, because I do want to see how he compares to like a Mattel and an AEW Jazzware. But yeah, this figure is really sick, man. I really, really like it. I want to make sure he moves around well. Who's the professional? Who is it? Who is it? Is it me? Is it me? Is it this guy? Is it me? No. Sorry about that, guys. I want to put a fist in here because you know me. I'm the weird guy that likes one like kind of open hand and then one fist in there because giggity. One fist because I don't know, I just like the way that looks. That's always kind of how I've done my figures. Maybe it's a weird autism thing, but there is one fist in there, and that. Let's do the kind of pose, Vampiro pose look there. If we can get these double jointed elbows, man. There's that. Look at that, man. Damn. What a figure, man. Super sick. I really, really like this. Definitely worth the wait, I would say. I think I'll go ahead and say that it was worth the wait. I hate having to wait a year plus. I mean, these guys have our money. You know what I mean? Like, it's different if you do a figure line and you don't have our money and we wait a year for a product and then once we buy it, it's here. But like, you guys are waiting like a year, almost 2 years to give us product. And yeah, that's not really cool when you guys have our money. So what's up with that? Let's do a figure comparison here. Let me grab some people. He's too big anyway. Let's do, I'm trying to think of who's like good for scaling. All right. So here we have a Seth Rollins Elite, which we could do kind of a face off there. Let me get him to stand. Trying to get him to stand up. What a match this would be also. So there we go. For size comparison, Vampiro's, and he's a taller guy too. Let me see what he's billed 6'2", yeah, so he's a taller guy. I think you could definitely get away with that size comparison there with Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins is probably a little short too in this figure. I'm trying to find like an AEW figure that's not like massive, that's like oversized anyway, to compare him to. Who do we got? Who can we compare him to? Like all the AEW figures are like kind of out of scale anyway. That's why I'm like having trouble trying to find a guy that's not like. Okay, let's do this. Let's do Jay White, because I feel like Jay White is pretty. Oh my god, oh my god, I'm so good at this YouTube stuff, man. I swear, I'm so good. Guys, I'm gonna get it together one day. I promise you. I promise you, one day I'll have it together. You guys are gonna watch this video and you're gonna be like, wow, he got a lot better. So here is a Jay White for figure comparison here. If we wanna, we can get him there. So there we go. There's a Jay White and Vampiro. Again, what a banger match that would be. Yeah, I think that scales pretty well. I don't think he's too big. I think he definitely fits in with the Jazzwares BAM and Mattel Elites there. So yeah, I think he's good, man. I think this gets a very good pass and a super sick figure. So that is going to do it for this review. Been waiting on this one for a while, so I know it's kind of a lengthy one because I wanted to go over everything. I don't like these butterfly joints. They're starting to kind of like move around. If you move them, like they'll move back. Like this one is moved back. Yeah, not too sure about these butterfly joints, but it is what it is. Yeah, the figure rules in my opinion. We'll see how I feel closer to the end of the year. Wink, wink. Maybe it might make a list. But that is going to do it, guys. That is going to do it for this Balls Fight Studios Legends of Lucha Libre Vampiro figure review. Definitely a solid figure. If it does come to GameStops or anything like that, pick it up, because I think I'm going to pick up the other figures that they do come to GameStops. Fingers crossed. Hopefully they will. But yeah, so that is going to do it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, listen to the Misfits and ICP. That's good music. See you.